from now on, we're going to climb this mountain with Takuya here. How do you feel?
We're not climbing, we're just getting on the gondola.
Can you make it? Actually, it was gondola.
Welcome to Highlands. This is the home of the New Zealand Grand Prix for the 70th edition this year. This is a 4.1 kilometre facility with 22 turns.
And what we have this weekend is the CT Frock final round of their competition, which is sponsored by Moonward. We have a team called M2 Competition. We've sponsored them, we've built some really cool tech for them to help with their race analysis, their data analysis using AI. So we're very excited to hopefully bring home the championship this weekend. We've got the team here, we're going to have grid walks, we're going to have a tour of the pit, and we're going to rip in, have a good time, and hopefully not get too sunburned.
So the cars, all the cars are the same. They all have Tatus chassis, which is an Italian manufacturer. Cars, it's the producers I've ever seen in championship. Yes. They produce 275 horsepower with a 25 horsepower push to pass. Gated every year. It's a flappy pedal. So you change gear up, down. It's got 6 gears. The clutch is a foot clutch. Drivers can change when they're in the car is the brake distribution forwards or rearwards. And the mechanics can also change so they can see all the sensors and the temperatures and everything else when the car is running up here. You see here, so you can, it's the right quality. So you put that.
Get up for me. Get up for me. Get up for me.
So we've got a 3-stage quali, basically the exact same of F1. First stage, not only is it the drop-off, but the speed or the lap speed on the first stage is also going to set the grid for race 1, which is later this afternoon. So this first part of quali is crucial. Everyone's gone out on a fresh set of tyres, which is phenomenal. Then from there we drop off into our second stage and then our third stage. The second and the third stage, that sets the grid for the New Zealand Grand Prix, which is tomorrow afternoon. So pretty big event. Everyone's all locked in and it's very exciting.
Freddie Slater comes up to P1.
The top 5, the people right now is coming at 28.9. It's only a tenth and a half away from me. There's a job to get the car fixed in time for race number 3 of the last round as a team this one. And to lock himself in, and Ugachuku had that lap time to lead it. That's why he dropped back to second place.
Oh, so he did go quicker, did a good Chuku there, and then lost. Slater.
Oh, the guys, the damage. He's got a left front corner torn off the car. And this is enormous. Those two together at 28.70. Ugachuku is going to be safe in second position here, but that's not the big story.
Well, seconds probably.
Nakamura, Wood has jumped.
Yeah, not up.
This is it, Canardo Leaper. He stays in fifth place.
Going to be enough to get him into the top 8.
Yes, it is. P5. Ugacha has dominated qualifying for the Napa New Zealand Grand Prix.
Big qualifying session. That was probably one of the most stressful ones during the entire season. Ugo had a bit of an off during Q2, which meant there was a massive repair that the guys had to get done prior to heading out for Q3, which dictates for the Grand Prix. So they've gone ahead and got it done into P3 for Sunday, which is a mammoth effort from the guys. So we're down at the M2 data tent, or the engineering tent, where all of the Brains Trust work prior and after the race as well. This is where our tech's being used on the weekend. So it's empty at the moment because everyone's prepping and getting ready for the race that's coming up at the moment. So we thought it was the best time to come down and give you a little bit of a tour of what goes on behind the scenes. Usually over this side here is where our guys are working this weekend for Ugachuku as well as Freddie Slater. This is the desk of John, the head data engineer, running our software at the moment, having a look through sequence, gap, the timing, and also stitching together the videos that we've been providing for the optimal lap plus the timing as well, so we can find the best timing from there too. We were able to find a 10th yesterday based upon the best sectors that the guys were able to record with the car on boards. And might not sound like much, a 10th of a second, but across the length of a race, 24 tenths is 2.4 seconds up the road. So it can be very valuable to make sure that they can get the results that they want through a race as they're going through. Very cool to be able to provide something for the guys inside of here to brief and debrief with prior and before races. So very cool to see it all in action. we've done it. That's it. Championship wrapped up. Ugo first and Freddie second. Couldn't be happier. It's been a crazy month and a bit working with M2 and trying to get them across the line, but it all come down to that, and we got it done in a spectacular fashion. So thanks heaps to M2 for having us, and we look forward to working with them in the future. Let's go.